Jared Clark, Airguns of Arizona. We're back here in the AOA warehouse today, and we're going to take a look at a rifle that hopefully lots of you have a lot of questions about, and hopefully we can answer some of those today. That rifle is the Brocock Concept Super 6 Elite. This rifle has had a lot of talk about it ever since it was introduced, and that's because it is a lightweight, high-power, European-made rifle. The rifle is going to give you about 30 shots per fill. It's going to give you more than enough energy for hunting, as well as just be a very lightweight, very manageable package. So let's take it out into the showroom and let's see how it does. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Brocock Concept Elite. This is a semi-new rifle from Brocock. They've been making it under the Concept name, and now these ones are being released as the Concept Elite. There's some small changes that differ the two, so today we're going to take a look at what comes with the rifle and what features those are that make those changes. So let's go ahead and open up the box here, and we'll see immediately what you get upon opening. The first thing you see is the Brocock instruction manual. So this is for their Elite line of rifles. So this just goes over the basics using the compressed air, technical information, everything you need to know about a pre-charged rifle operation-wise. The next thing you'll see is the Airguns of Arizona test slip. This is something that's included with each pre-charged rifle and spring rifle for that matter, but we just go through and we make sure the stock looks good, the metalwork and the bluing looks good, everything operationally works with the rifle, all the components that should be there are there, as well as that it's securely packaged for shipping before it leaves our store. So you'll see those two items right off the bat when you open up the Brocock. And if we remove some of the plastic here, we get down to the rifle itself. We went ahead and mounted a Hawk Air Max 4x12 power scope with a 40mm objective on it. We went with Sports Match TO2C mounts. These are medium profile, but only double screw setups. So they're very compact, very lightweight. They just fit perfectly with a rifle like this. Everything is sleek, everything is slim. It's lightweight, it's meant to be carried around. So we went ahead and put a lightweight scope, some lightweight mounts on there, and it looks exactly that. It looks like a gun that you could carry all day in the field. As well as being very quiet, this rifle is great for backyard, plinking, small pest elimination, anything you could really do around the house. This is the rifle for you right here. So we're going to take a look at some of the rifle's features. The moderator, these come standard with every Brocock rifle, so it's a nice piece to have if you do any kind of around the house shooting, anything that you have to worry about keeping your rapport down. Those are great for that. Along with that, each barrel is fully shrouded, so you have a full bull barrel shroud with the moderator on the end. So it's getting it pretty quiet, making it very backyard friendly, great for use in areas that you can't use real rifles. From there, you'll notice that the rifles now do come with air gauges on them. The air gauge is good for quick reference points, as well as knowing whether or not you can take those next couple of shots or whether you need to hit the fill station and put more air in it. Right below that, you'll notice that the air tube itself, where you put the probe, has a nice dust cap. So it just spins right here like that, and it's very simple. It's a feature that not very many rifles have, so great job Brocock on adding that. It's a very simplistic part that can actually save your rifle from future damage or having something get into your air supply. And speaking of the air supply, these rifles now utilize a 30mm air tank. The old rifles used to use 1 inch. So now you have a smaller air tank in overall length, but you don't lose any volume because the outside diameter is increased. So it's a great option for the carry, you know, getting back to being a gun that you would carry all day or being a lightweight option. That's just another great feature of this gun. The 6-shot rotary magazine is actuated and powered by a side lever bolt here. So the bolt comes straight back, you lock it down into place. That's how you would put it on safe mode. Right now it can't be fired. Nothing can happen when it's in the locked mode. So you put it in the locked mode, you're safe. You can take the magazine in and out without any problem when it's like that. The rotary 6-shot magazine itself is very simple and very small in design. It's lightweight. You could load up 2 or 3 of these, put them in your pocket, never know they were there. It uses an O-ring running around the outside to secure the pellets in place, and then it has the actuating teeth are actually on the magazine itself. So as you run the bolt back and forth here, you'll notice that inside there's the actuator itself that actually grab onto those teeth and pick it straight up, putting the next pellet in place. just a very simple design. You know, very few problems ever arise from a simple rotary magazine system. So that's a nice feature of the Brocock, getting back to the simplicity, the lightweight, everything about this gun is simple. So moving on from there, we'll notice that the stock itself is a walnut right-handed stock. It's lightweight, it's very thin in its overall design, and it is a thumb hole option as well. So for right-handed shooters, your hand goes in there perfectly comfortable, or you also have the option of putting your thumb up and treating it like it's a sporter stock. Either way, the gun shoulders comfortably. You can get it just how you like it if you're a right-handed shooter. Along with the stock, you'll notice that there's some nice checkering on both the pistol grip as well as the forearm here. The spots where both your hands go, they're there for grip as well as they make the stock itself look nicer, but mainly for grip. That's where both of your hands go. It just gives it a nice, comfortable feeling when it's shouldered. And then the shoulder stock itself, they do have a nice rubber butt pad here, mostly for comfort. It will absorb some recoil, but a gun like this hardly produces any recoil to begin with. Nice feature, completes the package, gives it a good, clean look. Everything about this gun is simple, it's slimline, and it's ready to be used in the field. The Brocock Concept is a very lightweight rifle coming in at just under 7 pounds without a scope. It produces about 24 to 26 foot-pounds of energy, so it's great for small pest elimination, even medium pest elimination out to about 40 or 50 yards. So with this rifle, you get a whole pre-charged pneumatic rifle that's capable of doing just about anything that a pre-charged pneumatic rifle is capable of, but in a very lightweight, sleek design package that's very easy on the eyes. Each Brocock rifle does come with a full 2-year warranty, and we at Airguns of Arizona are the warranty center. So if you ever had a problem with a rifle like this, you just get in contact with us and we'd get you taken care of. Now that we've got a chance to look at some of those features, we're gonna put some air in it, we're gonna put some pellets through it, and we're gonna see how it performs down on the test range. Let's take a look. We're gonna go ahead, plug in the fill probe. Each rifle likes to be filled to different pressures. We've done some testing with this one and realized that it likes to be filled right around 180 bar. Seems to be giving us the best output. Once it's where we need to be, we open the bleeder valve, let all that pressure in the line drain out, and once you hear it stop hissing, disconnect it, and you're ready to start shooting. So now that we have air in the rifle, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna shoot it here at 20-yard range. We're gonna shoot it for velocity over the chronograph first. We're gonna do a full spread on that, show you what each shot is, kind of calculate the energy from that velocity. Then we're gonna shoot it for accuracy here. For the velocity test, we're gonna be using the H&N Barracuda match pellets. These are a 21.3 grain round nose pellet. They're really great for calculating energy and maximizing the number of shots you get as well with the heavier weight. We're gonna shoot the rifle from a full fill, which is about 180 bar that we just topped it off to, and we're gonna shoot that all the way until we start to see the velocity really drop out the bottom. So we're gonna actually shoot a full shot string here, see your highs, see your lows, and also see how many shots you get per fill. So we're gonna go ahead and load up the magazine. The rotary style mag, we just want to make sure that that ball detent is pointing back at us, and we're just going to load each pellet in nose first and just kind of seat it with your fingernail there. So you kind of push it, and that's where it's hitting the O-ring. Just kind of give it a little bit more and it'll get up over the O-ring, and it'll also hold it in place and prevent it from falling out. Now that we have a full magazine, we're going to put it in the rifle, we're going to run it over the chronograph, and we'll see what kind of results we get. So we got about 36 shots per fill, which equals 6 of these 6-shot magazines. So the rifle itself was very efficient with the air, and we were averaging about 721 feet per second with the H&N Barracuda match pellets. If you do your calculations, you'll find out that that comes just over 24 foot-pounds, which is great. These rifles are advertised at 23, so we're averaging 24 over about 6 magazines. Very efficient with the air, and it's hitting with a little bit more thump than even advertised with. Now that we've used some of the heavier Barracudas to calculate the energy and the velocity, we're going to use the JSB Exact Jumbo. These are a 15.89 grain round nose pellet. Very accurate in this rifle. They move a little bit quicker than the Barracudas, and they tend to group a little bit tighter. So we'll go ahead and load 6 in the magazine and see what kind of 6-shot groups we can get at 20 yards here. There's a whole magazine, 6 shots, all in that nice tight center bowl. It's not the best centering job I've done on the scope. You can see it's kind of at like 10, 11 o'clock, but what we're looking for is group size, so everything stayed true to that. The rifle is doing its job. I didn't do the best job zeroing it, but that's great for 6 shots. You could cover that up with your pinky fingernail. Really tight, shows lots of potential for further downrange accuracy. The final test we're going to be doing at the test range, we've set up 4 silhouette targets, small to large. We're going to do some offhand shooting here, see how well the rifle can take those off without a bench to support it. One for one so far. Knocked over the second one. Got the third one and it bumped the fourth one, but we'll go ahead and try and hit it while it's on the ground. Cleaned it with 4 shots. The rifle was very easy to shoot. It almost shot itself at this distance. That was a lot of fun, and that showed what the rifle is capable of. So on the test range, we saw that the Brocock rifle is capable of producing about 35 shots per fill. At that, it was moving 21 grain Barracudas at an average of 721 feet per second, which relates to just over 24 foot-pounds of energy. So the rifle has enough energy to cover any of your basic hunting stuff, but as well as we learned right here on a bench, it's capable of shooting bench rest, or offhand, you're capable of taking down silhouette targets all day. This rifle was a blast on the test range, and for any kind of purpose of shooting, you'd have a lot of fun with this rifle right here. Today we took a look at the Brocock Concept Super 6 Elite rifle. We had the chance to take it to our test range, shoot it for velocity as well as accuracy. We had the chance just to highlight some of the features that make this gun unique. The lightweight feel to the rifle is very nice for any kind of hunters or people who like to shoot around the house. The ability to have the thumb hole up as well as the thumb hole through makes for a very comfortable rifle, as well as one with a couple different options for shooting styles. It also utilizes the bull barrel shroud system as well as the 1/2-inch UNF moderator on the end to make it very backyard friendly and keep your rapport nice and quiet. The rifle itself was very accurate, as we saw when we were shooting it on the range. Great for offhand shooting, great for shooting off a bench rest at a target, just any kind of shooting you could do. This rifle gives you a high-end European-made pre-charged rifle that is capable of just about anything. Thanks for joining us today for another edition of Airguns of Arizona product review. We hope that you keep an eye on our website, join our mailing list so you can stay current on sales and other promotions, as well as keep an eye out on our YouTube channel for more videos like this.